Well, good afternoon and welcome to Double K Home Projects. Well, this afternoon we are getting ready to start on this corner right here, kind of from where we left off up here with the mortar work. We're going to try to get up in this little bitty space up here. I know you can't see that. There's a little bitty space about that big that I've got to get up in and clean all the old mortar out. Now, this corner is kind of a supporting corner. It supports this beam that goes really kind of across the whole into this house. So I just got to be careful doing it all. I mean, it's going to support. It's not going to drop, I don't believe. I may end up putting some rock up in there just in case, so it could land on something in case it does want to drop, but I don't think it will. So that's where we're going to get started. Right, for the week, I'm going to be working on this corner, possibly. I hope I can get it done faster than that, but that's where we're going to start today, and then we'll see how far we get. It's still a little bit chilly outside. It's supposed to warm up again. It keeps warming up and then getting cold. And right now we're in a cold snap again, and there's a bunch of air coming in up there, and I really don't want to stuff mortar back up in there with it being so cold out and getting, freezing at night, and I just don't want to mess up the mortar. So anyway, it may not do it, but I don't want to take that chance. So we're going to go ahead and chip out today, and then we'll continue on probably tomorrow when it warms up and start trying to get that mortared. And then, we've got a lot more work on around the corner here. So, a lot more work. So anyway, I don't know. It'll be as much work as this probably, but what's the problem with this is that you can't really get up in these floor joist here. It's hard to get up in there with the wiring and everything the way it is. So it's just been a really hard, tiring job. So, but that's what we're going to do today. We're getting ready to get up in there and get busy. All right, I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're going to start by taking this out. If I can get it out of there. Oh yeah, we're talking big stuff. Yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there's a bunch of those nails. Okay, well, I say we go ahead and start sweeping just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Probably not. There's a hole, but that big, that needs filled in. Once I get that in there, it'll be nice. But I've got to get some of this out. Is it even holding anything? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Gotta get my little sweeper out here. See what I can sweep up. Okay, I'm gonna come around the other side here and see what we got. I'm in a hard to work area. I got a rock that's in my way up here. You probably can't see it, but it is jammed in there. I really need it out. I really need it out of there. I don't know if I can knock that thing out. In a jam. Yep, I got it. That rock right there was jammed. Now I may put brand new mortar up in there and then jam that back up in there. That way it's got something solid to sit on, but I want it
I want to mortar it in. Anyway, we'll keep that close. Alright, now I got a bunch of crud down in here. Well, not too bad. It seems like it's rock right there. There's a bunch down here that I need new mortar in now. There's a big old rock right back in there that it's all setting on end here, which is probably a good thing because I'm not going to take that out.
Okay, well, we have got this all chipped out, but now we need to sweep it out, okay? And I think that after I do that, then I'll be ready to mortar this section right here. Then we'll be going on around the corner because there's more work to do. So, before I do that, the other day, you know, I told you I was going to go change my sweeper bag out because I thought it was full. Well, I checked it and it wasn't full. It's now so full that, well, I don't know that it's completely full, but it's so heavy that I'm going to have a really hard time getting her up the steps and out of this place and throw it away. So that's what we're getting ready to do now, is empty that sweeper. I won't video that, but we're got to get this sweeper out of here and get it emptied out because I'm not going to be able to lift it if I go any more with it. So we definitely have a bunch of stuff up here to sweep. It's really hard to do because there's not much space to do it. So we will probably have to use the little vacuum hose and tube, and we'll see how well that works. So I will see you in a minute as soon as I get back from emptying this sweeper. All right, well, got that all cleaned out the way I wanted to today. Tomorrow we're going to pick up with some mortar work. If all goes well and we can do so, we will. So I just went to where that plastic is here, and I'll show you here in just a second. But we got it as clean as we can probably get it for now, and I'll just jam a bunch of mortar up in there. So let me take you over here and you can check this out, okay? All right, I'm gonna do this the best I can here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's really, you know, really close quarters up in there. We'll try to get you there where you can see it up in there. And go clear to the back, and then I'm going to carry on. I got to put a bunch of mortar back down in there and squish it down between the rocks. And then we're going to pick up right there at the plastic and go on to the end of the room here, which is right there. But I want to get this mortared up and packed up, because we've got a big old hole in the wall back there. I don't know if you can see it. We'll try to get you up there where you can see. Okay, so there it is back in there. Okay, maybe I took the light away. Can you see or not? We'll kind of just go around like that. Okay, there we go. So with that, I will see you tomorrow, okay? We'll be mortaring. See ya. This is the next day, and we are getting ready to do a little bit of mortar work today. So I'll get up here and I'll show you what we got, and then you'll see where we're at here, okay? So we've got quite a bit to stuff back in. The hole's pretty big, so let me show you what we got. I'm going to show you. You can see right there in the center of the screen, you can see it goes clear to the outside. See, there's a lot of air coming in here. We literally have to fill clear up to here, okay? And stuff all that back in there, and kind of around, right around that corner. There's a rock right there in the center. And I got to go around the corner and stuff it in there. And then that will get us around, and I got to get up in here too. Really don't need it right there, but I may put some there. Then we need to go up around the corner here. All right. Now I know you can't really see back in there, but it's an offset and it goes out. It's a big old corner of the house, in the middle of the house, I guess. It's where they built on or something. This is a pretty big supporting area. So that's what we got to do today.
Okay, we're getting ready to get going here. Mix up some mortar. First batch. If I can get up the ladder. All right. Set this up here. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna start stuffing it back in there if I can. It is so hard. I think we'll do now. Just start packing it back in there. Hard to do. Try to keep stuffing her in. Slow process.
Okay, well, I think that's where we're going to end for today, but I'm not going to end the video. Tomorrow we'll pick up. Probably if this sets up here, we will we'll end up working on the rest of it over to the beam here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Over to this beam. We'll get this area right here done, and then once I get that done, then I'm going to go back to where I left off painting, and I'm going to go ahead and start working on the wall all the way down and just patching it up. It won't be near as hard as this is. So we're going to just go back and start working on that and getting that all patched up all the way down to about right here. And then once we get all that done, I'll probably let it set up, and I'm going to go ahead and paint it with Kills, get it painted up and cleaned up, and then we'll probably end up working on this beam, this doorway area after that, possibly. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do just yet. Have some digging out to do right here of dirt. There's some cement underneath it, but it's right in front of that old hole where the hole was in the foundation. So anyway, we're going to stop for today, and I'll pick it up tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's another day, and we are getting ready to get busy again on the last part of this corner up here. I'll take you up there and show it to you here in just a minute. But we did get some mortaring done yesterday. That's setting up now. It looks pretty good so far. But I'll take you up here and show you what we're going to do today. We're finishing up this corner. Let's go up here on the ladder and see if we can't see up in here. All right, as you see that plate? Now here's our new mortar that we did yesterday. Okay. We're going to jam some more back in there, but we're going to sweep all this up first and clean it, and we're going to go right to that corner right there. Hopefully, it'll all look nice when it's done and serve a purpose. I mean, you can see the big old cracks in these walls. Wow. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be cleaning out. I don't know if I'll get any mortaring done today. I've got some things to do this evening, but we'll see. If I can get that far, I will, but we're definitely going to get her cleaned out today. And hopefully we can get over here to this beam right here. Let me back up a little bit so you can see that. So we're going to end up taking this stuff out of there. There's an old pipe that's up in there and the wires go through there. We're going to reroute stuff eventually. But I got to take that door jamb out of there eventually. And then we'll go on down the wall. We have dirt to dig out of here. There's cement under that dirt right there. But so anyway, that's where we're going to get started today. Follow along with us, and we'll see what we can get done.
All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to sweep out.
I think that this is where I'm going to stop for the day. We got a lot cleaned out. Actually, we got more cleaned out than I expected to do. I just kept going. So we're on past here the beam, and man, there was way more coming out than what I thought would come out. So I've got a lot of mortaring to do. It's going to take a lot of mortar to get all that packed back up and stuff back in there. A lot of rock came out of there. Some big ones, a ton of small ones. So I've got a lot of packing up to do in there and just jamming it all in there and getting it supported again. So that's where I'm going to stop today. Tomorrow we're going to pick back up and probably start mortaring and just getting them rock stuff back in there. So anyway, here's what I've done today. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, it's the next day and we are getting ready to do some mortar work up here in the remaining corner. However, we do need to do just a bit of cleanup and we're getting ready to do that right now. We got a bunch of rock and stuff we took out of the corner yesterday, and we got to clean that up just a little bit so I have a little bit more room to work, because as you know, we're working in a confined space right here. So let's get started. So I got this old kitty litter bucket right here. I'm going to toss a bunch of this stuff in. That's laying all over the ground. The rock anyway. I want to save that stuff, these slivers and things, because I can literally use them for fill. I don't want to use the old crumbly mortar, but these rock I can use, you know. Pretty good size rock. There's a big rock right there. I need to keep him kind of handy. And probably that one. These smaller ones. Huh. Okay. Alright, big rock. Sliver. Little brick, I don't want it. That's a bigger one there. I've got a lot of mortar, junky mortar. I've got a lot of rock too. Just little pieces I can stuff back in. I really made a mess yesterday. There's my sticks to get stuffed back in. I need those. I think that's most of the stuff I need. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so got a few more things to do here and then we'll get started mixing up some mortar.
Alright, here we go. This is going to be a slow process because I've got a big old hole to fill up back there, and I've got to get some rock put back in there too. So that's what's hard, is just getting up in there. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we can do. I wonder if I can set that right up in here and get it from there. Try to get this mortar that I just put down in there back up in this hole right here. Wow. Okay. Let's see if I can just set that up out of the way for a minute. All right. Get this stick, see if I can't stuff and clear it back. see what kind of rock we got here. That one might work up in here like that. Maybe. Or scoot it up in there. Like so. Okay. And then let's put trying to fill it up. Weird cup, man. I'm starting to feel. I mean, you can feel that there's no air coming in there. There is over there. Okay, well, let's mix up another batch. I need to test fit something here. Got this big rock which came right out of. Oh my gosh! That's heavy stuff. It came right out of here. How much space we got? Oh, we got quite a bit of space back there. Okay. So, yeah. Got quite a bit of space there. But I've got plenty of small rock to stick down in there to fill it up. So the next thing is, I think I'm going to get this put in here. And look at that. I may not be able to go on beyond this. I think I'll pack that up. But I may wait because I really need to take this board out to level that up. Yep, I think that's where we're going with that. So, oh, I need to take him down. Oh, yeah. Let's set him over here for a minute. All right, let's mix up another batch. All right, I'm going to all right, let's get this big rock and put it up there. Okay, right about there. Okay. I'll be able to jam mortar between those. Right back there. Okay. All right, that's what I want. Yep, that's what we want right there. All right, well, I think I'll let that set up a little while and then come back to it. I think what I'll do is I'll come up in here and stuff a bunch of stuff up in here for right now. Like up in there. From this area right here. I don't know if you can see me or not. I'm going to stuff a bunch of rock and stuff up in here. First I'll put a bunch of mortar in there. Then we'll get some rock stuffed up in there. Okay, go ahead and see if we can get some of this up in there. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's see. I'm going to set this up here out of the way for a minute. Okay, well that's a really long piece. That piece there, I don't know. Will it go up in there? I think it will. Let's see. Yeah, that'll go up in there. And then maybe a... Let's see. No. No, but that will go up in there once I get some stuff back in there. Okay. About time I'm going to have to go over here with my mortar. So that upper part's pretty much done. Stay there. I'll have to move my ladder into here, I think. Right there, I guess. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Wow.
Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a tough job so far. So we've gotten down to the corner where I wanted to get, okay? We've got all the way down to the corner here. I need to go on and extend on down, but I think that I might stop. I might do a little bit more work back in here, but not today. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to start doing the whole wall. Okay, just patching it up, cleaning it up, kind of raking out any of the loose stuff. I'm not going to be pounding it out because a lot of this is okay. So I'm going to go back and start mortaring and getting this wall done. I'll have to take this platform out that I'm standing on and get all the way around to this corner here, okay? And then after that, I think I'm going to use some kills and go ahead and sealing it, and then we'll continue on. So anyway, that's where I'm going to end this video today. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You know, I always like comments. Ring the bell on your way out, and just make sure you subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye.